A 24-day streak of no new coronavirus infections in the country, the virus has unfortunately made a comeback in New Zealand. The island country has reported 2 new cases of the coronavirus, and both are related to recent travel from the UK. After almost a month with no new cases in New Zealand's Ministry of Health, they have announced that 2 new cases have popped up and they were border-related. 2 women who travelled from the United Kingdom to Wellington for a funeral have tested positive for COVID-19. The new infections are a setback to New Zealand, which lifted all social and economic restrictions except border controls last week. 2 women from the same family arrived in the country on the 7th of June and stayed in a hotel isolation in Auckland before travelling by private car to Wellington to compassionate grounds on the 13th of June. Now, according to the Ministry of Health's Director General Ashley Bloomfield, the 2 women didn't use any public facilities and didn't have any contact with anyone else except one family member.
We have had 2 cases. These are 2 women from the same family, one in her 30s, one in her 40s, who recently arrived here from the United Kingdom. They were tested yesterday and the test results came in this morning. Both women arrived in New Zealand together on the 7th of June and stayed in a managed isolation hotel in Auckland and were permitted on compassionate grounds to leave managed isolation to travel to Wellington via private vehicle on 13 June.
Earlier, Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern had in fact warned that new cases may come up in the future as New Zealanders return home. Hence, her government anticipated more virus cases, particularly in international arrivals.
We have continuously highlighted that New Zealand will have cases of COVID-19, particularly obviously at the border. There are 8 million cases worldwide. We still have New Zealanders returning home. What this does prove is the importance of a rigorous system at our border, of us continuing to be very, very cautious in our management and taking the cautious approach that we have continued to take as a government.
Nearly a month ago, New Zealand had announced itself coronavirus-free with the help of a very strict lockdown. It had declared no new or active cases of the coronavirus, becoming one of the first countries in the world to return to pre-pandemic normalcy. Until Tuesday, New Zealand had gone more than 3 weeks without any new cases and had declared that everybody who had contracted the virus had recovered, aside from the 22 people who had died. In total, New Zealand has had just over 1,500 cases.